Hi guys, I'm Steex on the video production. Today I'm gonna show you this new pedalboard by Harley Benton. This is the new DNAfx GiT Pro. Very long name. So this video will be just a bit long video, I guess, because I have to introduce you all the features, how this sounds, how to manage all the various toggle switch and knobs. So basically you can scroll on the bar on YouTube, you have the timestamps. So before jump into the review, please consider to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, let me know what you think about this gear, this new pedal, and we can also chat together on Instagram, where I'll be very fast to post maybe new gear, maybe unboxing. I already shot the unboxing of this beauty, but if you want to support more my channel, you have a buy me a coffee page link down below. Basically you can support my channel and get access of all the YouTube videos before they will be published here. So you can also download presets, impulse response and stuff like that for free if you are a member of Buy Me a Coffee page. This will be very appreciated. So let's talk about this new pedalboard. I think that Harley Benton did a really great job. This unit sounds really cool in my opinion, and considering the price of this unit is amazing. So let's talk about all the features that you have with this great pedalboard. So first of all, the looking. It's pretty minimal and I like minimal looking. It's all in aluminum housing, really great quality, great feel. The foot switch, the 4 foot switch are not too drastic, not too hard, but are not flexy, okay? Are not flexi technology, but I like how they work. All the knobs that you can see are basically rotary knob, because you can see, of course, the output is very smooth. The select is a rotary knob, is a stepper rotary mode, and all these are rotary knob, all with steps. The first thing that you can see is this LCD. This is really great LCD, I like this, but is not touchscreen, okay? And this can be really hard to modify your presets, but I'll let you know in a moment. Talking about all the connections you have, from the left you have the aux in, so you can engage external audio playback device. Then you can control your amp. Is very cool, this feature. You can control, like a foot switch, your amplifier, the channel for example. Is really cool, this feature. And let me say, I think that there is not so much pedalboard that can control amplifier with this feature. Then you have, of course, the input of your external foot switch, so you can have a second external foot switch, so you can use like an expression pedal, of course, like a second expression pedal, and this is really cool. Then you have the input of your guitar, the send, and 2 returns, so the right and the left. Basically you have a stereo return. Then you have, of course, output that can be also TS output, so unbalanced, or your XLR Canon output. Of course, output also for the headphones, a lift ground, and you can also manage the device via MIDI. Okay, this is really cool. Then you have the USB to connect to your computer. I'll let you know why in a moment. And then of course you have the power supply. So let's go deep into the menu of this system and let's see how it behaves. So you have the overall control here of your output, and it's really smooth, I like it. Then you can basically manage your presets in this way. With your giant select button, which is push and rotary knob, you can go deep. Basically, if you can see here, my preset is brighten up, and if you are here, you can scroll your various presets. Stockly, you can have 33, I guess, or 32 presets. Yeah, 32, but with 4 different presets, so 32 banks with 4 presets. So you have a lot of presets, and you can also learn from these presets. So with the scroll you can manage your various presets, but you can also manage the preset, the banks, with the foot switch. So as you can see, there are two arrows. If you press A and B or C and D and enter on your banks, so you can select, for example, so you can go down and down and down and select what you want, for example the C, and I have engaged the 19C, the Sweet Home Alabama, and this sounds like this. Okay, we can switch the various presets like that. Okay, if you press the select knob, you go inside this window and you can basically manage your routing. As you can see, you have only basically one line. You don't have two lines, you can't do the splitting, stuff like that. This is really basic, but it works really great. As you can see, in your line, you can basically place specific kind of effects or modulation, a specific kind of box, and each box is named as your specific kind of box that you can engage. Basically, let me say the first box is the dynamic, is called DYN, and here you can place only dynamic. And basically the really limitation of this unit is that you have one line, but you have also the possibility to get only one kind of effects per category. So dynamic, you can use only one dynamic. You cannot use two different dynamic because you have only one box that allows you to get dynamic. Dynamic pedal, for example, here you have the compressor. Talking about the modulation, you can have only one modulation, only one delay, only one reverb. You cannot get more of this category. And for me, this is a really huge limitation to the creation, because you can still have a really good sound for guitar, but it's limited for the creativity, in my opinion. Now, how can I engage maybe a compressor? To engage a compressor, you have to use these 5 knobs, and each knob is relative to what you can see on the LCD screen. So you have to put on and it's turned red. So with this knob you engage, and then you can toggle and change the parameter as you can see as you want. Okay, this is very easy. For example, let's listen these sounds. Let's change the threshold. Okay, so without a compressor, with compressor, okay, this is really easy. And then you can always, with your select knob, you can go maybe to the DS and you can engage what you want. To engage a different kind of effects in that category, you have to turn the first knob. Basically, as you can see, is changing the different distortion that I can engage. And as you can see, I can, for example, use the 𝙬𝙬𝙀 screamer, which is the tube screamer. But as you can see, there are, in my opinion, wrong parameter here, because the tube screamer does not have any middle, does not have any treble, does not have any bass, but has the tone. So this is not, in my opinion, a really precise capture, really precise profile of the real unit. It's something that has been created by Harley Benton. So you can engage it, maybe no gain, all the treble, and if you want to change also the level, here I cannot see any level because you have the arrow here, you have more pages. So with the arrow I can go to the second page and higher the volume to use this distortion like a clean boost. Okay, so as you can see is gray, so it's not engaged. I have to go back and engage it. So now it is engaged. Without, with, okay, to go into the stomp mode, you have to press the AC button together, and basically you can enter in this view. As you can see, you have the stomp boxes that you can manage. Of course, you can manage only 3 stomp boxes together, the A, B and C, with this different, of course, foot switch, and not the D, because the D is for the exit. You can use a different way and manage how to use this foot switch, a reading on this tab. As you can see, in the A is written stomp box dyne, so you can engage or not the dynamic with the A. So as you can see, pressing the A, this dynamic will basically will be engaged or not. And also for the B, you have the stomp boxing reverb, and basically with this you can engage or not the reverb. Now you cannot see because you have to go to the second page. You have to go here to reverb, and as you can see now it's turning on and off. Okay, but you can also use this foot switch in different ways. As you can see, I can turn my foot switch and I can assign, for example, which kind of stomp box I want to control. And to change this mode, you can press the relative knobs and it's changing. Now with the A, I can control the tap tempo, or we can control the amp control T plus S. So for example, you can control the different signal that you can send to your amplifier with the control that you can have here, or again stomp box. So you can use in 3 different ways. You can press D to exit, and here we are again in our window. So when you have managed all the different routing and different effects that you want, you have to store your preset. How to store and save your preset? You have to store with the store button. Really easy. You press the store, and as you can see, you can change the name with these different rotary knobs. Okay, now I don't want to store because this is a stock preset. But there is a problem in this unit. It's just a bit tricky to go inside and tweak all the parameter because you have to learn just a bit the unit, and sometimes when I try to make my own preset, I use the select to go basically from one different category to other to manage, but this select was not in this position but in this position, so the outside position. And when I turn this, basically I changed the preset, and my preset where I was working on that preset was basically deleted. So you have to pay attention on that. You have to enter, go, check, blah 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 blah, and if you are here, do not turn your select button before you save the preset. Okay, so let me show you my 3 presets that I did with this unit. This is the Mad Chug. It is basically a riff, and let's listen how it sounds. So as you can see, I'm using really pretty simple routing. Of course, you cannot do a really strange routing. You have only one line. I'm using the DS. As you can see, this is the the tube screamer. Then I use an amplifier, is the 5153, so from PV. Then I have a cabinet, same cabinet 4x12. You can also manage the tube, so the different kind of behavior. And then basically I have a noise suppression, use the noise gate. This is really simple, and in my opinion this is the first digital pedal that I can really use without using my own impulse response, without using third-party impulse response, because I think that this unit, consider the price for this unit, you have really tons of amplifier, tons of cabinet you can use, and all the different simulation that have been done by Harley Benton, in my opinion, are really good. I really appreciate the sound. I really like the cabinet that are usable. Okay, I really don't feel the necessity to engage impulse response. You can still use custom impulse response, you can load the impulse response in the unit, but in my opinion this sounds pretty good. So let's keep to the other preset. This is the Mad Clean. So here I have, of course, the compressor, without compressor, with compressor. Sorry, it's really a great changing. Then I have the amplifier. This is the Arcan 50. I think it's the simulation of the Archon by PRS, Archon by PRS. And then I have a noise suppressor. I don't know why I have the cabinet here. Oh my god, this is a really wrong place of the cabinet. So to change to move your basically your blocks, you have to press the select. Then, as you can see, is moved up, and you can move the cabinet in the right position, which is here after the amp. Let's listen. Okay, then I have a noise suppressor, an equalization, a modulation that is the classic chorus I used, then a delay. I used a reverse delay to get this kind of effect, and then a reverb. I used the plate reverb. Okay, now let's switch to the third preset, and it is the Mad Shred that I use at the beginning of this video. So I think that this sounds pretty good. I like the amplifier, which is the Freeman 100. So this is a great emulation. It's like a really pushed plexi sounds, and I like this type of sound. The cabinet is a DZ, I guess a Deezer 4x12. You can also change it. And as you can see, you have empty, because basically you can engage your own impulse responses. But it's really tricky, let me say, to manage all these Sometimes I lost my time to manage this because I deleted all the presets that I made. So how to use this pedal in really easy way is to use the editor. So you have the USB plug here, and you can use the USB cable that is provided by Harley Benton. Basically, you can connect the USB cable from your pedalboard to your PC. I have a Mac here, and I can show you how to use the editor. Okay, so as you can see, I can see all the LCD, and as you can see, I can go to different parameters, see all the parameters on the bottom, change also the different kind of category, different kind of effects. It's really easy. You can see the different presets that you have. It's really wonderful. And then you have the possibility to use better, in my opinion, your pedal, to manage the expression pedal, to manage all, because it's just a bit tricky to press one knob, two knob, three knob. Basically, you can enter in your FX pedal settings, pressing 1, 2 and 3 together, but for me it's a buggy, because if I press and hold this for at least 2 seconds, is written in the manual, but nothing is changing. So using the editor is really better. You can get a better result. You can go here to control. You can manage the different behavior of your foot switch, use as stone boxes, of tap and control, as I talked before. The expression pedal, this is really cool. Here, as you can see, is changed also on my LCD, and I can use the pedal 1 or pedal 2. The pedal 1 is of course the provided pedal by Harley Benton here, but the pedal 2 is gray now because it's not connected here. Okay, with the foot switch number 1, you can enter and basically say yes, I want to use the pedal. As you can see, I can manage the various parameters that I want to control with my expression pedal. As you can see here on the editor is really easy, because viewing what you want to change, basically you can go, for example, on the amp and say I want to change the gain, I want to change the treble. I can press here and place where is my heel position, my toe position. It's really easy to use. For example, let's use presets. So let's skip exit here. Let's use, for example, my shred preset, these presets. Okay, so this is the sound of my preset. Okay, so now let's say I want to use my pedal to go from a really rhythm position, so really rhythm sound, and then with my expression pedal to get more for shred sound, more for solos. So let's say I want to control with the expression pedal the amplifier. I want to control the gain, for example, the treble and middle, let me say, and also the master, so the volume. But I want also to control the delay, for example, the level, because in the first position I don't want delay, because I want to use a rhythm kind of sound. Also the reverb, I want to control the level. Okay, so now let's say the first position is the heel, so like that, okay, and I want to get, for example, level, I want 0 level, and the third position I want, I don't know, 64, I don't know how much. Delay, the same. For the level, go to level and control 0 and then 64, 60, I don't know. Then goes to the amp, on gain, at the beginning is, I don't know, 20 and then 50. The same for the middle, normal, and then with the solo I want it to be more middle. Treble the same, like this. Then let's say The treble I want to get closed, so more focused on the mids for solos, and open for the rhythm. And the master, maybe master like this, and then master just a bit more. Okay, so let's now try if all this works. So go to exit from here. I want to store, so okay, store again. Okay, as you can see now on the screen, you can see green color and red color on the various parameters that I managed. So now I can use my pedal to control this parameter. Okay, as you can see now, it's not working because it's working like a volume, and this is working like a volume because it's not engaged the pedal, and as you can see, the color of pedal 1 is basically bypassed. How to turn on the pedal? I don't know. Let's see. Come faccio? How can I do that? Booch. Okay, here as you can see in my editor, I can engage the expression pedal here. From volume goes to expression, and now it's, as you can see, is lighten up. So for example, this is my rhythm sound. Pressing the pedal. Now there is the delay, there is the reverb, and I have more mid-focus sound. Okay guys, so in my opinion this unit is really great. I can use better the unit with the editor. I suggest to use the editor because it's really fast, it's easy to use, really well made and stable. Talking about the pros and cons. About the pros, I think this is a really great unit with great sound considering the price. You can still use this unit without the necessity to engage third-party impulse responses, because I think they are really well made. The cabinet, the amplifier, the sound is pretty good. The looking is also great, minimal. I like this gray color, the finish, the aluminum, all works pretty good. The ability to control the amplifier, it's great, it's a plus, because not other kind of pedalboard in this price range has this feature. It's really great. You have more the editor, really easy to use the editor. At the same time, the cons is that just a bit tricky to control all with the different knob, too much tapping. Then the LCD is not touchscreen. This is a great downside in my opinion. Overall, this unit is really great. You have the link in the description for the purchase if you like this type of pedalboard. I like it so much. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.